in our little groups that promote each other's YouTubes. Welcome, bitch. I hope you're watching. We have a good time.
Why is our stream status bad?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's green right here, though.
Okay, then
I'm not worried about that.
Alright, whatever then.
We're still moving, we're grooving, dancing to the music.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Why do I feel like we haven't done this? Like, we were here last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do I feel like it's been...
Well, because, when we had the shirtless violinist, we blacked out.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
that would be why. Gotcha.
That is exactly what happened.
Yeah. I went home and told Shelly about that, and she laughed at me.
He was so gorgeous.
We just blacked. We don't know what the hell. I don't know.
And he was so happy. And
I know.
He was almost like...
I know.
Too perfect.
How do we make this go?
Make what go?
Make this go so we can see shit.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Almost like...
Oh.
Yes, he was perfect.
That's right.
Perfect. How do we... Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
Hello, Scotty.
Oh, my.
Well, welcome to episode number...
Bring up the show sheet.
Oh, shit. My bangs are fucked up. You fixed my bangs.
The fuck?
They're going the wrong way, because I keep forgetting that this is the right way.
Okay. We'll go with that, then. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand what you do. I figure you know what you're doing, because...
I do this for a living.
I don't know. A living?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay, we'll go with that. Oh my goodness. I think we're on episode 18?
19.
19.
We blacked out during 18.
All right. Oopsie. Hey, what have you been doing this weekend?
Wow. Supernova was on Sunday. I remember that part. Is that better? I don't know.
Are you supposed to be able to see your hair underneath? What is happening here, Felicia?
Just grab it all and
just
cover
put
my
it
face.
there. Perfect.
There.
Perfect. Excellent. Should we be moving up? Why can't we see? We can't see the wall. Do we want to see the wall?
You are just so particular tonight.
I don't know what the...
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, it's fine.
Yes. So, what do we do Saturday? I feel like I had a busy weekend, but I don't remember...
I know, I feel like I did things, but I don't remember what all I did. I know I did some stuff. Saturday. I have to look, what did I do? Oh! I know what I did on Sunday. Saturday, I don't think I did much.
What did we do this weekend? I know you're watching. You're just gonna sit there and watch me be all fumbled and stuff. Hi, Carmela.
Hi, Carmela. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Charity.
I did get a lot of messages this weekend about being on the show. I guess I'll start booking people now.
Oh, people now actually want to be? Oh, yeah. Well, all right then. All right.
You might want to look for us. Maybe, hopefully, we'll be in the next Ion. I think we're getting
Echo.
there. Echo. Sorry, Echo.
Yeah,
you're in Ion.
Yeah, I don't know when that's happening. I think maybe maybe the next one or the one after. I don't know.
Well, Saturday I worked most of the day, so.
We went and saw, we went with all of us, and then one of Shelly's friends and her little boy went and saw Peter Rabbit on Sunday.
Is that good?
It is, actually.
Okay, it's not we tried to do this and then
no.
kind of kiddish.
It's one of those things where it's, you know how things like Shrek have some sort of, like, the underlying adult humor?
Yeah.
That's the same, same sort of thing.
I can deal with that.
There were parts in it I was literally laughing, and Shell was laughing, which...
Okay, as long as it's... Because that's a classic, and...
No, they did... I mean, they modernized it, and they tweaked a few things to make it more sort of, But I'm okay with what they did. And Peter Rabbit is one of my favorite, like, children's books. The whole Beatrix Potter series, all of them. But they worked in all of the characters.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
All of the characters, like Mrs. Tiggywinkle's in there, Piggly Wiggly's in there, like they're all in there. And
anybody find it fascinating that there's always a pig in all the childhood little...
The pig is funny though.
In this one?
He's totally flamboyant and it's fantastic. And Mrs.
Is that acceptable for children to see?
Mrs. Tiggly
Tiggly Winks.
Tiggly Winks, I think, is the
is
hedgehog. something like that. Tiddlywink, whatever. I can't remember.
Or Tiddlywink.
Tiddlywinks. The hedgehog.
Let's leave it.
The voice is Sia.
Oh, really?
It's got an incredible cast, like, in terms of all the voice actors, like, they really, and James Corden is Peter.
Of course.
Which, he
kind
fucking
of
amazing.
That over and over. Really.
But, no, it's actually really good. I really enjoyed it. Like, there was a lot of, subtle stuff that you heard the adults chuckling about, that the kids were just like, what?
I don't get that part.
No, it was good. It was good. I definitely I scooted up a little bit. I feel like we're very far away from TV.
Hi, people. Hi.
There we go.
Hey. Oh, that's what it is. See? We're covering more.
Oh, there we go. So no, yeah, I'd recommend it. Whether you have kids or not, I'd recommend it. It's fun. It's a good movie.
You cried from laughing?
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty spectacular. And then last night was the actual competition portion of the Next Big Star over at BS West. They've changed things a little bit since last season. A lot of it to do with some of the things that we
do.
Well, no, it was some of the things that like some of the things that I talked about, some of the like those issues.
Oh, when we went on our little rant.
Right. They tried to resolve some, but there's still a few things I think need to be tweaked. Like I think they don't necessarily need to have teams, but there needs to be challenges. I think. Because otherwise it's sort of comparing apples and oranges, you know what I mean? Like,
so I'm not one of those people that likes to chase, like, competitions. In fact, I kind of stopped altogether. But, I like the challenge of, like, this weekend. The theme being something, and then the challenge is you either incorporate that theme into your look or into...
Something.
I mean...
I'm a fan of that because... Otherwise, it's sort of like you have this whole range of entertainers, and it's like, well,
and it could be whatever.
Right. It's hard to judge because it's But I will say this, and this goes out to anybody that wants to do.
Pour one out?
Yes, this goes out to anybody who wants to do one of these competitions, whether it's the Next Big Star, whether it's Face, whether it's Barbara's Big Break, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that when you go, your mindset is this is a competition and you're going to win. Not this is a whatever the fuck and I'm just going to do whatever I want and not listen to anybody because I don't need the help anyway.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. No, legitimately, like there was, and girl, they got read for filth. They were like, why are you here? If you don't want the help, if you don't think you need the help,
hi JJ.
Why are you here? Because everybody else that's here wants to win that $1,000. And she was asked point blank, "Do you want to win?" "No, I'm not here to win."
Oh.
Then why are you here? Because you're wasting our time, and you're wasting everybody else's time.
30 minutes earlier.
Like you're wasting people's time. If you don't want to be there to win, if that's not your end goal, then leave that space open for somebody else or whatever. Like don't go home. Seriously. There's other, like, newcomer shit that you can go do, open stages and stuff like that. Like, for a competition,
they're not going to want that person either.
But it's, you know what I mean? It's like, if it's an open stage thing and whatever, go do it. But for, like, a competition, leave that for the people that actually want to be there and are actually there for critiques and want to listen and want to learn and want to do better. Because if you go in with the mindset, well... I'm just gonna do me, and I don't really want to. I don't care. Like I really don't want to hear it.
Well, that's just like the rest of us. We shouldn't run for pageants if that's the case.
Oh, that too. But I mean, there are 6 contestants. The winner last night was Akasha Demorne.
Oh. Is she back in the draft?
I believe Akasha Demorne. She did really well. I've never seen her before.
Wow, you've never. Oh. She took a little mini break.
But she was great. Like she really was.
She's the daughter of Desiree.
I figured. Yes. No, she was great. She looked fantastic. I think it was a close call between her, Doja, who I really liked as well, and.
Why have I heard that name before? Was she in last?
The hell was this girl's name? Mariah Pearl, I think.
Oh. I haven't heard that before.
I'd never seen her before. Doja, I saw was the last season or something.
That's how these things happen.
Right.
People go to these things.
Right.
That's how they get
right.
there.
No, it was good.
Or they're dumb like me and go to a pride pageant and try to keep developing your drag as you go.
No, it was good. I still think there's a few things that kind of need to be tweaked a little bit. But I'm
like
really
what? Like what?
Just in terms of the challenges and things like that. Although I am really glad that the coaches panel or the judging panel, whatever you want to call us, were actually giving actual critiques and stuff, as opposed to I live. I'm like, no, fuck, what the hell? Like there were actual critiques given, which I think is the whole point. Otherwise, why bother?
'Cause I'm cute.
But I like the fact that because it's myself, Kiki Andrews, Coco St. James, Karime Lizalde.
In case you were confused, that's not me though.
Sasha Bratz and
Karime. Did you say her already?
Yes, and is it Audrey Galici?
Is that how you say her?
I don't know. I never say it right. Anyway, her.
Sorry.
My bad. But everybody was actually giving actual critiques and legitimate scores based on what we saw. So, it wasn't everybody gets 5s. You know what I mean?
Why not? Everybody's a winner.
There were a few people that actually got 0s.
I wish you guys could live stream that.
Or
some people,
you know what I mean? Oh,
some of us people.
There's one, I don't know if she's going to be back, but there's one person who, you can't Snapchat her or anything because then her boyfriend's going to get really angry.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently he got really angry last time.
That she's doing drags?
No, that somebody was Snapchatting her. Because usually the judges will or somebody will Snapchat a portion of every contestant.
We all do when we go to the shows.
Yeah, no, you can't with this one.
What? She must have done something that she isn't supposed to be doing.
No, I think he's just insanely crazy and jealous and weird.
Well, speaking of
anyway,
extremely jealous and weird and relationships.
My
Savannah.
tip this evening. Do you want to? Can you bring it so that we can still see what's happening over here? There we go.
He's talking about the show sheet.
Yes, so I can actually see what's happening, and so but we can still read the chat at the same time because
You want to do 2 things at one time? I don't understand.
I know. So my tip this evening, since we don't have a guest, I figured I'd bring up something that could talking points that we could actually have time to kind of discuss and chit chat about,
Yeah, because we kind of rush along and then.
Right, because if we have a guest, usually we just we find a quick tip and kind of speed through it, and then So this one is a little bit more something that can be talked about more in depth, and I think it's something that a lot of people deal with, and it's something that I deal with, and something that I'm still dealing with, and that is recovering from an abusive relationship and or being cheated on, and how it affects future relationships. A lot of this comes from personal experience. Anybody that knows anything about my last few relationships knows that I have struggled with relationships most of my adult life. Let's see.
I tried to save.
I've been cheated on by just about everyone. I was cheated on by someone for almost 3 years.
What?
I know, it was stupid, and you're stupid.
You didn't know me at the time, did you?
No.
Okay, because I would have slapped you.
Yeah, I know you would have. And dealing with emotional abuse and verbal abuse and physical abuse and all sorts of things. So it's a lot of this comes from my own personal experiences and things that I've learned along the way. First of all, the thing that everybody seems to think is when they hear somebody being in any sort of abusive relationship or that they were cheated on, the first thing they always say is, well, why don't you just leave? It doesn't always work that way.
It's always like a mental fight.
It's hard because you tell yourself that you love this person and that you care about this person and this person can change, and it's not and there may be other things involved too. There may be economic status. There may be kids. There may be all sorts of things that are tied up in this relationship that make it not as simple as just picking up and leaving. That's not how it works. So to just say to somebody, you should just leave, that is one of the biggest things that's one of the things that gets my hackles up. That, to hear somebody like, well, why don't you just fucking leave? If you've never been there, you can't
Can I say it's almost understand. Like emotional jail?
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. Mm-hmm. It is the hardest thing to finally make that decision and get the fuck out. It's hard, and sometimes it takes planning.
I've never had a relationship, like a loving relationship like that, but I've had a relative where I feel like if I would not have moved here, I probably would have done horrible damage to myself.
It's yeah.
Instead, I came out of the closet and I played with makeup.
Oh, God. And I will say this. Mm-hmm. When it comes to cheating, if you are the cheater, there is always a choice. You don't have to cheat. You can leave, or you can have a conversation about what's lacking in your relationship and what is making you want to go see other people. Mm-hmm. Cheating there's never an excuse for it. None. You don't want to be with the person you're with? Don't be with the person you're with.
Okay, so I've been asked this question before. What is considered cheating? I didn't see that listed on here.
That is something that...
Is that a subject for another day?
No, that's a case-by-case scenario. Because not everybody considers certain things to be cheating. Some people consider watching porn cheating. Wow. So it depends. Like... And it depends on your level of trust, too, because, like, with some of my former relationships, anytime I looked at anybody, I was fucking them.
Oh, there you go.
And with not my most recent ex, but my ex before, there was a couple of situations where, because of things that had happened, I explicitly asked that they not speak to this person. Because of things that had happened and continued to happen. And that person, they had said, yes, no, I'm not going to talk to them anymore, and then immediately started talking to them. That, in my mind, boom, you're done. That's it. Because,
did you leave right away?
No. I did not.
Whoa, I didn't know you then, and I would have slapped you.
That was a rough few years for me.
I would have rescued you.
Yeah. But there's always... choices when it comes to cheating. So to say that you had to cheat or it was an accident, I never understand that. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. You slipped and fell and your dick landed in somebody? I don't understand that. It makes no sense to me.
What?
So I hear that all the time. I didn't mean to. Well,
I was kind of just thinking of the guy that, remember when we went to go see Coco? The guy that was like standing next to me. He like literally like blurted out his whole feelings, and I was like, how do I always get roped into people telling me their business? I just... Anyway, but his dilemma was he didn't sleep with anybody, he didn't kiss anybody, he was just talking to somebody, and it was very... To me, it sounded like the talking had gotten to a point of intimacy that jeopardized his relationship. And
that could be construed as cheating, if it's... Because cheating doesn't always have to be physical. It can be emotional. It can, you know what I mean? If you get to the point where you are flirting with somebody or you are creating this sort of intimate bond with someone that is bordering on this romantic, then that could very easily be thought of as cheating. And again, it depends on it's a case-by-case scenario. So, now... if you're going to stay with a partner after they've cheated, it happens a lot. But it's not easy. It is sometimes damn near impossible to repair that trust that's already been broken. Complete transparency is an absolute must. Mm-hmm. And that may mean, if you are the person that cheated, that may mean...
You have to overprove yourself.
Like, seriously, that may mean giving your partner access to your email. That may mean You know,
it sounds like something you've done willingly, and then somebody else decided that you were doing that anyway.
Right. You know, letting your partner look at your phone at a moment's notice without you having to go through and oh, wait. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds awful, but those are things that I got to a point where anytime I saw my partner pick up their phone, I was immediately like,
oh.
Like, anytime my partner's phone went off, my palms got sweaty, my ears got hot, I had a panic attack. It's not fun. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I blame the previous relationship that I told you about on my insecurity of being in a relationship. So I was always the person that asked, who is that? And I still do sometimes. I still go, who is that?
It's hard. Like, it's hard.
So when people say that relationships are easy, sometimes it starts with you, and you start these huge arguments. I asked Freddy. I've had these huge, like,
so have I.
Heated, like, discussions with almost like myself, where I'm just, am I okay? Am I doing this right? And you should never, especially if the other person is doing more than what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You should never make them feel like they should be second-guessing themselves.
Right. And if you're the one that cheated, there's going to be a certain amount of paranoia and mistrust, and you're just going to have to get over that, because you're the one that fucked up, not them. You broke that trust, so if your partner is paranoid because you say you're going to go to the store and you're gone for 3 hours...
I mean, wait. I do go to the store for 3 hours. You've shopped with me.
I have, but... Again, that trust needs to be earned, and since you've already broken it, that's going to be tricky. And be open about it. Volunteer information, you know. And if you were the one who was cheated on, don't expect to trust again right away. It might not ever happen. Like, I know with me, I held on to that, and it was impossible for me to trust my partner again, ever. And, you know, you are within your rights to ask questions and to ask for that transparency. And if your partner is unwilling to give that transparency, there's an even bigger problem. However, if you decided to stay with your partner, you're eventually going to, and if you want to stay and continue to stay with your partner, you're eventually going to have to give them the benefit of the doubt. If they say this is what they're doing, you're going to have to believe that that's what they're doing.
Until you hear otherwise.
Until you have proof otherwise. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And if you're not able to, at some point, give your partner that benefit of the doubt, then you just need to end it, because it's, you know.
Don't dig either.
No.
Is that on your list? I didn't see it.
No. Digging is, and I'm going to say this, if you snoop, you will never find anything good. You will never ever find anything good. Number one, because the trust is already gone, regardless of whether the person has given you proof or not. The trust is already gone, and if you may find something that may be completely innocent and completely innocuous, but because of the context that you found it in, and you don't have all
of the pieces,
you don't have everything. You may jump to conclusions, and there you go, even though your partner may not be doing anything. And I can speak to that because my ex went snooping and shit and found an email, I think, that I had deleted that my previous ex had sent me, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit, and I deleted it.
But there's no reply path.
But she freaked out because there was So, don't snoop. You're not going to find anything good, and it's just going to escalate.
If I'm going to be a crazy black woman, I find the matching pieces.
Right. But you will never find anything good if you snoop. I'm just going to say that. Doesn't matter. You will never find anything good if you snoop. When it comes to abuse, you've got emotional abuse, you've got verbal abuse, physical abuse. There's all sorts of stuff. And there's some of these are a little more subtle than you would realize. When it comes to emotional abuse, there's the obvious things. There's things like name-calling, and just being mean. There's, being controlling, being passive-aggressive, with, you know, little comments and little digs and things.
That's fine.
Right. You just laugh it off. You're just like, ha ha.
Oh, you're so...
Right, because, you know, your partner makes a subtle little dig about how much you like to eat
Oh,
cake.
my God.
Right. Little subtle
digs like that. I'm going to go to the fridge after you go to sleep.
Gaslighting is huge.
What is gaslighting?
Gaslighting is basically it's manipulation and brainwashing. And what happens is you end up doubting yourself. You believe you're not worthy. You lose your sense of self. Your entire self-worth ends up being based entirely on your partner. They end up convincing you that nobody else is possibly going to want you.
Ooh.
And that you're lucky to be with them because they're the only person that will ever really want you. And it's like gaslighting is awful. And it is one of the most common forms of emotional abuse. Wow. And of course, you've got physical abuse, which is fairly self-explanatory. And that can come down to anything from whatever. You name it. It's hitting, it's kicking, it's slapping, it's sexual abuse, it's whatever it is.
Yes, you can be raped while you're in a relationship as well.
Yeah, no means no. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. And the problem with all of this is, you know, if you are able to get out of that relationship, bravo, because that is the fucking hardest thing to do. But you have to know that everything that you went through in your past relationships, it's going to go with you to any new relationships that you have. And it's, you know, if you stay in your relationship, you are going to have to get couples counseling. Couples counseling, individual therapy, because y'all going to have shit to deal with. Mm-hmm. And it needs to, you've got to have that. You can't just stay in it and expect things to just magically be better. That's not how it works. So if you stay, you're going to have to get some sort of counseling and therapy and all the things. And, you know, if you're staying with a partner that has cheated on you, finding that desire, that attraction to them is going to be really difficult. Your head is going to get the better of you often. You're going to end up...
It always wins.
It really does. You're going to end up feeling... And again, I know this from personal experience. You end up feeling almost dirty, like, ugh, because you know your partner's been with other people before you. It doesn't matter. It's what it is. But now you have this thing where your partner has been with somebody
while they've been with
you, and there wasn't.
But there's that chance that they could have been with that.
I actually know somebody who ended up with chlamydia because their partner cheated on them. Like that happens. You believe it. Like, it's, you know. But
hi, Laura.
You know, you have to understand that you may never be able to get your head out of that space. You know, you feel like things are dirty, and you get unwanted visuals, especially if you know the person that they cheated on you with. You get those visuals in your head, and you're just like, And angry sex, not healthy. Makeup sex is one thing, but just angry fucking, which ends up like...
What?
Oh, no, it's a thing. Like, you get angry, and you think, well, if I just fuck this person, then it'll be better, and then it just gets, like, everything gets all mixed up, and don't do it, it's not healthy. And it becomes a matter of mind over matter, and it's almost, like, it's hard. Staying with a partner who cheated on you is hard. Very hard.
When I'm angry, I withhold.
Sometimes when you're trying to fix things, you think that maybe sex will be the way to do it, but then you just get mad. Like, so, yeah. But you need to recognize if you're unable to trust again and be able to take the steps necessary to end that relationship.
I will say it takes time to undo what has been done.
Oh, absolutely it does.
And what you need to do is unlearn the behavior.
Oh, yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't keep in mind, is that they forget that they have to unlearn, because you're not to say that you've been taught this, but you've learned how to essentially adapt to what has happened.
Oh, absolutely.
And so now your brain is saying, okay, well, when he hits you, then that's okay. Like, your brain is literally saying, It's okay. He hit me. I'll heal from the bruises and then we'll be fine. Yep. So you need to undo.
Right. And after you've left those relationships, one of the worst things you could possibly do is jump immediately into another relationship. Seriously. I mean, don't just give yourself a few weeks or a month or a couple months. Take a year. Take 2 years. You are damaged. You are broken. I don't care how okay you think you are not. You need time to re-find yourself and to build yourself back up to the point where you appreciate yourself as an individual. Mm-hmm. And you need to learn that not everybody out there is going to treat you like shit. And you will take that baggage into your next relationship. Even if it's been a year or 2 years. I'm still dealing with it. My last relationship was 5 years.
5 years and some.
And it was a hot fucking mess. I put up with verbal abuse. I put up with emotional abuse. I put up with everything. I wasn't allowed to do certain things. I sacrificed everything to not upset my partner. To make sure that my partner was okay. At one point, I think I was fucking everybody in Spotlight.
Oh, well, I never got any.
Like, seriously, like, I couldn't go anywhere. What happened to me? There was actually a situation where, when I was starting to look at rumors. I was starting to look at different cars that I wanted to get, and one of the cars that I was considering was a Dodge Caliber. And the reason I was thinking of the Dodge Caliber because it was
gas mileage the way we travel.
Right. As I was thinking, because I was thinking like cargo space. And I had a Dodge before and I liked it, so I was like, I don't know. So, and I happened to mention this, and she was like, well, doesn't so and so have a Dodge Caliber? Yeah, and so do a whole bunch of other people. What the fuck?
So if I get a car like yours, does that mean I want to be like you?
Yes. No, it meant that I was fucking them.
Oh.
I'm like, the fuck? So I couldn't get, like, a Dodge Caliber because then I was obviously screwing this person. Like, it was
cars?
It was so fucking stupid. But the thing to remember is that when you are able to get into a new relationship, you need to remember that your new partner is not your old partner. And that can be a hard thing to remember. The defensiveness, the anger, the constantly, it's, and I'm still dealing with this. It's like it's a knee-jerk reaction. Somebody is like, I was never able to say, hey, I'm gonna go do this, or like say, I'm gonna go and support Coco at BS West. Absolutely not.
We never went out.
No. And
unless we were like going exactly to a place,
and even then, hardly ever.
Hi, Brian.
Hardly ever. So it was, it was rough. And even now, I'm still very hesitant to be like, so there's this thing that's going on, and I'd kind of like to go. Like, it's really hard. Like, it takes a tremendous amount of effort for me to be like, hey, I want to do this, because I'm so used to hearing no.
Can I say something? So as many times as the abused does not want to become the abuser, I will say myself, and it makes me want to cry, because I became the abuser. Mm-hmm. And I brought all of that. And to be honest, I'm surprised that the man that's in that room is still here, because I brought all of this stuff. My sheltered childhood, my, people cheating, people lying. I brought all of that in here. And he has been through it. We have been through multiple things. But the biggest part of all of this has been me battling the mental. And I'm just now I've been out here since 2004. Mm-hmm. And I'm just now getting to a point where if he walks through the door late, I don't feel like, where have you been?
That's hard.
I still ask the question, but I don't ask it like...
Right.
As like...
An accusatory.
Where have you been?
Right. There's still like... weird little things that pop up in the back of my mind about things, and I have no reason for it. It's been,
but it's
you know what I mean? But it's these things that you become programmed to, and you know, it's a very hard cycle to break, and I'm working on it, and I am by no means perfect. It is a day by day, and I am lucky that I now have an extraordinarily understanding partner who knows that I am
who's beautiful,
extraordinarily broken. I am broken. I really am.
She likes broken things.
I am very, very damaged, and I'm doing things that I need to do to be able to help that. But even taking a year and not being in a relationship, I'm the first to tell you, I am damaged. And not just from my previous relationship, but from all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. Like, if you go back, my knee-jerk reaction to things has a lot to do with things that happen in my childhood, relationships all the way through. Like, I am damaged. Mm-hmm. And I am grateful that she hasn't given up on me yet, because there have been times when I get defensive and all of that and I'm trying to get past that, and I'm trying to put myself in a situation where, you know, in a mind frame where I remind myself, she is not them. Mm-hmm. She will never be them. And, you know, there are certain things, like, I trust is not easy for me. And
or do you ever hear a phrase that reminds you of something that somebody said, but they're not saying it the way that person meant it? And all of a sudden you just go...
You're just...
Well, like, I feel like just being like...
You start going... It triggers that fight mode.
Yeah, like, I'm like...
And you immediately square up and you're like, what?
And then I'm like, okay, wait.
So, when it, you know, it is possible to be in a relationship after being cheated on, after being in an abusive relationship, but it's hard work, and you have to be prepared for all the bullshit and all the baggage to rear its ugly head, because it will happen.
And there are people that cheat, that do turn things around, but it's very rare.
Very, very rare. Very rare. I can tell you that from personal experience. It's very rare. But it does happen.
And please, if they tell you, what is it? Oh, relationships are meant to be open. They should have communicated that to you.
There's nothing wrong with open relationships.
I know, they should have communicated
nothing wrong with open
you.
relationships. Nothing wrong with having a polyamorous relationship. But that's something that needs to be talked about.
They don't just, it doesn't just happen.
Right. And both partners have to be on the same page, because some people may not be about open relationships or having a poly relationship. Maybe someone wants to be monogamous, but if you're with somebody and you want to go see other people, your partner has to have the right of refusal. Mm-hmm. Meaning, you need to talk to them and be like, hey, so I'm kind of feeling this way about stuff, and I don't know how you feel. And if your partner says, I'm not okay with that, like, I'm more of a one-on-one type of person,
then you need to start reevaluating.
Right. You either need to say, well, I really want this, so I need to go, or you need to decide whether or not you can be monogamous. And yeah, it's rough, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. I promise there is light at the end of the tunnel.
And if you need help, there are people that can help you.
There are all sorts of resources.
Reach out to us.
We can put you in the, you know, if you need,
if you're
resources.
In the Phoenix area, there is a ton of resources that
you
can get for free.
Yeah. There are. There's all sorts of resources if you need a therapist or anything like that.
Also, if you work for somebody that offers if you get full coverage, usually behavioral health is covered.
You can also there's usually an employee assistance program.
Yeah.
If you work for a larger company, sometimes it's 5, 6, sometimes it's 8, depending on your insurance
the situation.
Right. But a lot of times, you know, if you look into your EAP. You can get access to counselors and therapists and things like that way as well. But there's a lot of options out there. And if you need something, we'd be happy to point you in the right direction. Obviously, we're not going to say anything because
that's not us. No. We like to talk about the trashy.
Right.
Not your...
Right. You're not that interesting, frankly. So, I know... Yeah. I know that you didn't have anything for the offbeat. So
no, I did.
Oh wow,
I did have something in there. I updated the. You must have deleted it.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God.
Have you seen? Okay, so
she sponsored those ads
for the offbeat. I just threw this on there because this is hysterical. I don't know. Have y'all seen Tila Tequila lately?
I haven't seen her, but all I can tell you is that I was upset that
my God.
an ad that I kept getting because she sponsored like a couple
this
of ads.
bitch. Okay.
So Tila Tequila is a reality TV star. Oh, wait, she started on MySpace, turned TV reality star, turned whatever. And
what was it called? What was her show called?
I don't remember.
It was something, but it was like one of the first sort of bi-reality dating shows.
It was horrible.
It was like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette because she had both men and women. But
by the end of the series, you knew that she was the crazy one.
Oh, hang on, Brooklyn. Yes, what, Brooklyn? We're listening. But anyway, so after her being...
Oh, A Shot at Love.
Shot at Love, that's the one. She, like, after having numerous porn videos out there and all sorts of stuff, this woman has gone batshit fucking crazy. She has decided that she's a Bible-thumping warrior of God and that she can, like, command God to smite you down. You need to go find her page and you need to watch her videos. It's like a train wreck. You can't stop watching. Like...
Well, the ad that I got was, this lady is so beautiful. And I hate when people say curvilicious, but she's the curvilicious, like, Instagram makeup star.
Is that when she's the...
And she's in the half face.
My God.
She goes, I hate when... I don't want to...
If you're fat, you're a sinner, because it's all the sin that is building up, and God will smite you down. Repent now and lose weight. Oh, my God.
I was like, what is that?
You have to go, and it's on her Tila Tequila, and then she's got a new page, too, that's not Tila Tequila, it's something, something, it's TN something, I don't know. But, oh my God. I might have one more box of Thin Mints and one more box of... of tagalongs left.
Oh, I might have to get those Thin Mints if she doesn't pick those
They're
up.
in my car.
Oh! Bitch.
I have
cash, too.
I have the thin... I'll go get them after this.
I have PayPal.
Anyway, if y'all haven't gone to see... Like, it's a train wreck, but you can't stop watching. Like, you need to go... Who
did this years ago? Who did this years ago? There was somebody that did this years ago. Other than Lindsay Lohan. Or no, it was Amanda Bynes. She did the whole online thing. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of her. I just can't wait.
Worse,
is it?
Like, yes. It's one of those things where what you need to do is just go to her page and then have a drink and a couple of snacks and just sit back and go through her fucking videos because, like, she goes on these rants about how she is a warrior of God, and God has shown her that she is gonna sell all her paintings and she's gonna live in a mansion because it's a humble dream, and she will have chickens and goats in this mansion on the hill.
I feel like she's getting to a point where she's gonna be broke soon,
the
and she's
trannies and the faggots and the dykes all need to repent and find Jesus because God will smite them down because she said so.
Can I put a link to my YouTube video?
Right. Literally, it's because she said so. Like, she's like, look, I painted this drawing of a horse, and then California caught on fire. And she brought up a picture of one of the horses with the fire behind them. She's like, I commanded California to be on fire and wipe out the sinner. She's batshit fucking
Isn't that where she lives? Why would you want your house to be?
Oh my God, she's batshit fucking crazy. But it's so amusing. Like, legitimately.
But that's so...
Like...
Somebody needs to help that girl.
Oh, she doesn't need help. She's got God.
Even God.
A God is sitting there going, I did not say that! You are fucking crazy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
No, God got to the point where he said,
Yeah, God saw the rest of the shit and went.
He said, "Okay,
never mind. I'm just gonna sit back." God got himself a drink and a snack and is watching this. Is what's happening.
He said, "Mm-mm, it's your turn."
He's like, "I'm just gonna sit back here. You think?"
And then Satan said, "Mm-mm, that
Satan's
ain't
like, I don't
mine.
want
That
it.
ain't mine.
No,
Let the humans deal with it."
Yeah, no, it's but like. I hate to give her the views on her videos, but they're already way the fuck up there, so one more isn't really going to do anything. But it's so amusing and such a fucking
on Facebook, she's not getting paid for it.
Right. It's a train wreck.
Unless.
Train wreck.
We haven't reached that level of stardom on Facebook.
Train wreck. Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
I think one day I should just drink wine and sit here, and everybody should just watch me live watching this.
You should... Yeah.
Oh, I can set up 2 screens now.
Oh, see? There you go.
We should just sit here and watch it.
And watch it. It's the worst thing ever, but oh my god. Just
maybe
sit here.
that should be next week's episode.
Maybe
sorry, Christopher. We're going to sit here and watch Tila Tequila.
We're just going to get drunk and watch this bitch. You're like, oh
my
god.
She's hilarious.
Yeah. So if you want some entertainment, yeah.
So
like,
throw us
the whole of bitches the way it. Yeah, enjoy, indeed. Yeah, bitch is fucking crazy, but it's literally like a bad train wreck. You
so
just
this is not Kirk Cameron kind of.
No. This is above and beyond Kirk Cameron.
Oh wow!
Take all the crazy like Bible thumpers that have like emerged over the last few years,
Scott Baio,
and roll them up into this little ball and throw them away because they don't even compare. Like seriously, I am dead serious. This. Oh my god.
I'm already drinking wine. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be in containers like this, but...
It's absolutely insane. Oh my god. She's not even a Nazi. She can't be a Nazi. She's Vietnamese. Nazis don't want them.
That's horrible.
She's like going on about people that put makeup on me while her hair is like blonde and shit. It's like,
And I remember she was like one of the first people that I watched do makeup tutorials.
Plus, there's videos out there with her getting boned up the ass by, like, 6 dudes. Like,
well, that's how
don't judge people. Like,
that's
seriously.
how she has money.
You're gonna judge people, and the scary part, though, is that she's raising her daughter with this. Her daughter is, like, 3 years old, and is starting to spout out some of this shit. Oh, it's fucking awful.
You know who else lost their mind? What was it, Jenna Jameson?
Did she really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate.
A friend of mine was her assistant. So I get sometimes I get to see like some of the crazy texts that she sends.
Gabe, how the hell is she gonna be a Nazi? She's fucking Vietnamese.
There's a photo of her doing the Nazi salute.
Oh, she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. I'm telling you, she's batshit crazy. Go watch her videos. You'll thank me.
Wow.
Trust
Maybe
me.
Gabe has already been watching them.
It's possible.
That's why he knows so much about them.
She's fucking nuts.
Wow.
Anyway, so current events, which I saw this today, and when I reposted, somebody's like, "Is this for real?" Yes, this is for real. Dick's Sporting Goods store.
Oh, what you shared earlier. Okay.
Yes, has decided to nationwide stop selling assault-style guns, large magazines, stuff like that. They
and over 50 organizations have. Is it more?
There's a lot. There's yeah.
Yes, Drag Bingo is tomorrow, Brooklyn.
Yes, Drag Bingo is happening tomorrow.
What I have noticed is that what I want to say is Parkland. You know what? Your kids are fed up, but so are ours. But you guys took it to where it needed to be.
Yes.
Where it needed to be.
They messed with the wrong fucking group of kids.
They messed with...
and that's fucking brilliant.
And I don't mean this in a bad way. They messed with, like, the rich white kids, and the rich white kids got all fed up. So,
but the thing is that they're using their privilege...
to demand something be changed.
Actually say shit.
And I've never... Okay, so... This is kind of offbeat, kind of current events. Did we talk about this?
I don't know. You haven't said anything.
Little Hands had a sheet. And in the sheet, it had questions.
Mm-hmm.
It had a question. It had a question. And at the bottom of the sheet, it said, I hear you.
He's a fucking dipshit. But what's going to happen is now he's all about saying, "Oh, I'm all about gun reform," even though the NRA forked over what, $3 million to get him elected.
A little more.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy with that.
And Rubio's not going to back down either.
Right. They're not going to be happy with that.
So can you get my glitter when you go give her cookies?
She can bring it to you tomorrow. Yeah, I know that United Airlines has decided to cut ties with the NRA
and
as well.
Delta.
There are a lot of people that are like, although I think it's interesting that it's finally now, like, it's happened. How many fucking shootings have we had since Columbine? Like,
well, I watched a video online that videos happened. There was mass school shootings before Columbine.
There were, but it wasn't.
I want to say they weren't as televised.
They weren't as televised. And what happened with Columbine is it was Columbine, and then I don't know if you remember, it was fairly soon after Columbine that Kip Kinkle, who lived in Oregon, did the same thing. He killed his grandparents, went to school.
Yes.
So it was like, that was like, and it was sort of like a, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, now we have a second one? Like, it was, and then from there, it snowballed, and now it's, oh, look, it's another school shooting.
So, the dad that spoke out because his daughter passed, every time I watch that video, I see him, we should have stopped this a long time ago. And not to say that Obama or Bush, I just feel, I don't know what should have been the thing, but in my mind, I love President Obama. Please keep that in mind.
This was something that he should have.
But Sandy Hook,
yeah,
with elementary school children,
that should have been the
executive order on the table that said gun control, no matter what.
That should have been
done.
Yeah, he should have put his foot down on that. I was a little disappointed on that, where nothing happened. I was like, really?
We're gonna vote on this?
Like, seriously?
We're waiting.
Okay, well, that was something I think that was one of the big things that Obama managed to drop the ball on. It was one thing that was very disappointing.
I mean, he's a very well accomplished, very people oriented, but that was one of the ones that I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I will say that.
Are not doing this.
Brian says, yeah, the kids are talking, but the rich white parents aren't.
Well, some of the rich white parents
Some of them are, but
they were screaming because they want to know what's going on, because I bet you anything that some of those parents are paying for some of those people that are in office.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that some of those people are part of the NRA.
Well, and I guess now it's being proven that the town hall was scripted.
Well, of course it was,
But, of course, CNN is like the Disney version of Fox News. So, but all that was said, I think, was meant for all of us to hear, for all of us to react on. And I felt like I don't think this was scripted at all. The kid saying that if you drop the NRA, I know like 10 people that will sponsor you through your whole career. Mm-hmm. If that was me, I don't know. Maybe there's something politically pulling on strings that I don't know about, but these kids have definitely pushed us in the right direction where we need it to be.
I'm just hoping that it continues, that the momentum continues and doesn't just slow down.
They started an organization for it, and Oprah is funding it, and George Clooney, I think.
It needs to stay in the forefront. Like, it needs to not be dismissed, you know what I mean? Which
what
happens all too often here.
Yeah, and I would hate for another one to happen.
It will. It just did. We had a fucking teacher today.
Yeah.
Because arming the teachers is a really good idea, right? Teacher with a gun decided to shoot shit.
Small hands.
Dumbass.
Giving teachers guns is not a good idea. Small hands. Do not observe Black History Month with historical black colleges reading something that you don't feel comfortable with. Did you watch that?
No.
It's on my timeline. It's
God.
He's like, he stops in the middle of the speech and he shakes their hands.
Of course he does.
He says, like, I feel like he read some part of the script and he was like, oh shit. I have to shake their hands.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what. How can we move forward with somebody?
Why has he not been impeached yet? Everybody involved with him is being arrested and, like, indicted for shit. Why is he still there?
I don't know. It feels like water.
Why are any of his fucking cabinets still there? I don't understand this at all. God. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But let's arm teachers. Because arming teachers is a really, really good idea. We can't afford to give them pencils, but let's give them guns.
I was not online for this. Oh my.
Yeah.
What is that? This afternoon or this morning?
That was I think it was this afternoon.
And I read a really good article that I need to find, and it's been bothering me that I can't find it. That I think all of them. In the article, it says maybe one school shooting was by a girl, but all of these shootings are by. They're not all white men, but they're all boys.
They're all boys.
They don't deserve to be called men. They were all boys.
And I think they were all white.
So sad.
You don't see black kids going and shooting at schools.
I mean, you do, but not like this.
No.
They usually go for the person that they're going
Right,
for.
you're just going to go for one, you're just going to get hit.
I mean, I grew up in California where if somebody showed up to school with a gun...
There was only one person that was going to get shot.
You knew that if they had fought, like, a week before, you're like, okay, I'm not going to lunch today. I'm gonna
you're going to go that way, because you know that's not right.
I mean...
Well, I watch Dangerous Minds. I get it. I get it, man.
And all the rich people totally get it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, they all watch Dangerous Minds,
the Florida bill passed to arm teachers.
Stupid. Of course, Florida. This is good.
But I thought the governor was not going to do that. I thought he was going to focus more on the gun control.
This is Florida we're talking about.
Such a lovely
Between Florida and Texas.
Such a lovely place. Both places have wonderful drag.
Right?
Must be the people that make sense. They get dressed
They're in
up.
little pockets and things. Oh, God. All right, what we got upcoming shows and shit? What we got?
March 24th, we have Spotlight. You'll have posters tomorrow.
Yay. I'm excited. I think it'll be a good show. We've got more burlesquers this time around. We've got 3 burlesquers.
Look for the ad in Ion.
Look for the ad in Ion. It'll be good. It's our stage and screen annual show. Director's cut, yes. It'll be good. This Saturday, I am at the Sick Sense Theater with for a Joshua Tree fundraiser.
Say that again.
The Sick Sense. That's awful. Sick Sense Theater. Yeah. For a Joshua Tree fundraiser. It's 18 and over. But it's fun. There's like comedians and a little bit of drag and stuff.
Where's that?
McDowell, I think.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll have to Google it.
Google it.
And then, of course, tomorrow and every Thursday, we've got bingo at the Cash.
We're going to start doing some theme nights. We talked about it briefly, but we need to, like, sit down and think of some, like, theme nights so that, we can play and make out. So you guys can have some fun. Cat Bingo is going to be on March 16th. If you're interested, go to La Guitarra. I said it right.
Close.
I said it, kinda. Or if you follow us close enough, we'll be promoting it. It's on March 16th.
I think it's going to be a St. Patrick's Day themed.
Yes. Is that what we did? Yeah, I did say that. Huh?
Yeah.
God, I work too much. EOI?
This weekend.
Are you judging that one?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I will be there.
I'm probably going to be there, but I don't know. I may be doing something on Sunday, family related. So.
Oh.
And I can't Saturday because I have another show. But if you're free this weekend, it's at Volt? Aqua, where is it?
Why don't I know this? This is where I will be.
Shit.
What? Hold.
Please
the
hold.
Fuck on.
Oh wait, my Facebook isn't working.
Oh, that's right. I'll find it. Move on.
Well, this weekend, Arizona EOI, FI, Fem, Mr. and King are all happening this weekend. So you're gonna have like a quadruple crowning or some bullshit that happens. Friday or Saturday night they're doing some categories, and Sunday is I think talent or something, I don't know.
Something else I'm working on too.
But it's stuff.
I'll be interviewing them. The National Entertainers of the Year.
Oh, good. Let's see. It is happening.
Oh, it's cut off. Wonderful.
That's useful. Maybe go to photos or something.
Who maintains this?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Aqua.
Oh, it's at Aqua. Okay.
Is it both nights? Yes. It
seems
like it.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, both nights at Aqua.
Just be aware that Sunday is $15.
Oh, fuck.
Instead of $10 on Saturday.
Yeah. So there's lots of people competing. So I'm sure you know somebody.
Entertainers of the Year.
And then you can. And then you can go support all them. Let's see, what else?
I may be Oh God, I need to find the event.
Oh hell,
it's right here.
Oh,
I may be participating. I don't know how to spell this person's name backwards. This person needs to not do this. I thought it was on this page. Is it this one?
Well, anyway.
It's at Bunkhouse next Saturday.
Oh, fundraiser or something,
yeah.
Yes. It's happening at
There's
Bunkhouse.
a lot of nipples on this page. Hold on.
There are a lot of nipples.
I don't know why there's so many Oh.
I don't even want to know.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
I'll let you guys know. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Forbidden Fantasies. It's at Bunkhouse on March 9th.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, all right then.
Is that it?
Something and I don't remember.
Okay,
Anyway.
I just saw that this on CNN. A self-described Russian seductress is asking U.S. for help. Oh, that's right. She said, "I'll tell all the secrets."
I'd want to.
I don't know if I would trust a slut that's in jail.
In a Thai prison. No wonder she wants out. Thais are not.
Did they still bamboo them?
No, but they're not good conditions because they figure, why the fuck you're in prison? I'm not gonna.
I mean, you mean you don't throw air conditioner on?
Nope.
Give them clean clothes and laundry?
They have clean clothes, but there's no AC.
I think that the prisons here are like hotels.
Pretty much.
I mean, not that I don't want to be in one, so let's.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this week. We would like to thank our sponsors and our supporters. Gabe King Photography, who always makes us look good. Wigs of a Kind.
I'm not wearing one. Sorry. I wore one on Sunday at the Supernova pageant. There's pictures all over. She was very happy.
Oh, good.
Yes. You know,
are we supposed to be giving away a haircut?
Oh. Anybody want a free haircut?
Who wants to go? We need a first timer who's never been to the Burley Barber. Ever. Who wants to go and get their hair did at the Burley Barber.
And they do women's hair too.
They do. Let's see, first person to message us with a... Give them a trivia question.
What was the first year that we did this show?
Oh, there you go. The first person to message us with the first year that we started doing this, if you've never been to the Burley Barber before, first person to message us with the correct answer, we will
make sure... You have to message both of us. Don't just message me. Don't just message him.
Right. You can message the page if you have to, whatever it is. But the first person to message us with the correct answer, who's never been to the Burley Barber before, we're going to hook you up with a free haircut so you can go down and check it out. And I guarantee you, once you do, you will keep going back. Everybody I know that's
had... I have not gotten a shave from them yet. But I have enjoyed watching them do it.
Every person that has gotten one of the gift certificates that have won a bingo, that has gone down to see them, that's now their go-to people.
Yes.
Because they're that
I told the man
awesome.
at the deli to go to the Burly Burger.
Like, they're fantastic. So, do a little research, and then the first person to message us, we will get you hooked up.
You ever see somebody comment and your skin crawls? Not on our page.
Oh.
It's somebody else commenting on something else.
Oh, I didn't see that.
God, I wish that I had blocked that person.
Oh my. Anyway.
Be sure to support our Patreon. We do have stickers. We sold some last week.
And we'll have more stickers tomorrow.
Leanne put eyeballs on us today.
I love that. Leanne needs to take that picture. Did she tag us on Instagram?
I don't think she posted on Instagram. She just sent it to us.
We need to tell her to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But we have stickers available. If you go support our Patreon for $1 or more or whatever you want, we'll send you a thank you card and a sticker. Great to decorate, cell phones and laptops, and I put my sticker on my laptop.
I have not, because I don't know where I put mine. Excuse me. I celebrated Margarita Day very well, and I don't know where I put mine.
That's why we can't have nice things.
It may be in my bag somewhere, but probably. I have not found it.
Good night, Brian. Thank you.
Oh, are you coming? 18 years. Jesus. Yes, it has. We will be back next week with special guest Mr. Phoenix Pride.
If he doesn't decide to have something better going on.
Ooh, you shady.
I'm not shady.
Christopher V. Lee. And Eva might come along with him because he may need Eva to bring him.
Oh, right then. That's right, Christopher.
Don't spill the laundry all over the place.
Oh,
okay.
my. All right, y'all. Good night. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you back here next week. Same time, same place.